Needless to say, if Suma was going to war, then so was I. When do we leave? I asked.
2 weeks from now,
she said somberly. So soon? I said, amazed.
Well, I've been in waiting for several months longer than I've known you. In reality, I'm surprised it took this long, she said.
I guess, so what do we need to do? Before we go, I mean, I wondered.
Well, all battlefield healers are required to appear before a council of experts to prove that they are actually healers. But other than that, the only preparations we have to do are the ones we want to do, she told me.
Why do you need to prove you're a healer? I questioned.
Because healers are less likely to be sent to dangerous areas, and there have been instances of Nume who try to pretend to be healers in order to avoid combat, she explained.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, I said. I started making a list of things I wanted to have before we shipped out. I wanted to get the rest of my armor from the blacksmith. I had already collected the chestplate and arm guards, so now all that was left was the helmet and the legs. I had also already had Aegis and Destiny repaired as well, so I didn't need to worry about that.
Jake,
Suma said, interrupting my train of thought.
Have you already had your weapons infused with runes like you wanted yet?
Not yet. I guess I need to do that too, I realized.
The reason I ask is because I think I know someone who may be able to help.
Really? Who? I asked, interested and surprised.
It's a woman who was there at the Citadel the same day I was there. We were both officially registering our names that day, she explained.
Do you remember who she was? I asked.
No, but I do know where we can find out. Records of every named Nume are stored in the city's library. I could go try and find it there, she suggested.
Don't worry about it. I can go myself, I said, not wanting to make her go out of her way.
I'm sorry, Jake, but I don't think that will be possible. It's just that familiars are prohibited entirely from the building by royal decree. They won't let you in, she explained, and I sighed in disappointment. I felt a bit bad about making Suma do an errand for me, but there was nothing that could be done. Suma and I talked a little while longer about what we would be expected to do during our tour of duty, and what kind of treatment I would most likely receive. Apparently all familiars are required to be under the right of dominance, so we would need to keep up an act while we were there. Also, we came up with a plan to increase Suma's effectiveness in healing by buying several jar jars and having me place them under a summon spell. The reason for this was that if Suma needed extra mana, she could get it from a Dal jar, which nullifies all alignments and affinities as soon as it enters it. This would enable her to draw my mana as a backup without killing anyone. We tested this by borrowing a Dal jar from the Nume, who I was renting a room from, and then cutting my hand. I couldn't tell the difference, but according to Suma, it felt her magic was turbocharged. After we finished talking, Suma flew to the library and searched for the information, while I went to the blacksmith and checked on the rest of my order. Hello? I called out upon entering the storefront.
Sir Jake, is that you?
His voice echoed from the back. Yes, sir.
Come to the back room. I have something I think you'll want to see, he shouted.
I walked through the doorway and saw on a nearby table the finished helmet and leg armor, but on the other side of the forge was the elderly Nume blacksmith, standing beside a glowing red-hot weapon, fresh from the forge. I recognized what it was immediately by the shape.
So, what do you think? I'm making it special just for you. No charge, he said, as he carefully laid the burning hot weapon down. I realized that weight wasn't as much of an issue for you, since you are so large yourself, so I thought maybe you should have a weapon that reflected that. I designed this to maximize your size to your advantage. It has 2 ends, he said, and fluttered up to the side of the weapon and gestured to the parts he was talking about. This end is blunt and good for brute force. On the other end, I added a cone of sorts, like I did with your spear, but I reinforced it and made it a good deal thicker so it could withstand heavier blows. After he finished saying all this, he activated one of the runes on the side of the table, and the weapon cooled off enough to pick it up instantly. So, what do you think? I picked up the warhammer and marveled at it. It's incredible.